Good morning. Happy rainy Thursday. Today will be an example of what we do when we need to kind of change plans after events overtake us. Overnight last night, I had some really bad problems with cramping in my feet after wearing a fairly new pair of hiking boots way too long yesterday, and it then kind of worked its way up and had some really severe calf cramps this morning, so I can barely stand up. That said, I had planned on doing probably animal forms today, a little more energetic practice to kind of combat the weather. We're going to go with a very meditative practice today, the 5 waves to harmonize the 5 elements. And we're going to pause between each one of the forms and just kind of get into our Wuji position and just pause there for 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 breaths between the forms. But let's begin the day with a little bit of joint work to get things loosened up. Spread those fingers out and begin to spiral the hands around each other. Spreading those fingers nice and wide, feeling that tension in the fingers and up through the wrists. And then change the direction of those. Keep spiraling the hands. No pattern to the breathing yet, but deepen out the breathing. Breathing in through the nose if you're able. And then out through the nose if you can, but breathing out through the mouth is fine as well. Deepening out that breath, drawing it deep down into the belly. And with a little extra focus on the out breath, we want to make sure our out breath is at least as long as our in breath to activate the relaxation response. All right, let's put those fingers together, interlock the fingers, and now articulate right around that wrist joint on each side. And change direction. And then let's take it out to the elbows. Almost like you're twirling a jump rope. That rotation in the elbow. Keep the shoulders kind of drop down. They're out of play right now. Just make loose fists with your hands, taking the wrists out of play. And let's get that turn going on around the elbows. Let's take those back the other direction. Yeah, let's take one hand over, kind of start on the sternum and just walk your fingers over to that little crease, a little hollow by the shoulder. Press down into that and lift the other arm up, spiral it at the top, press down and back. Keep it as close to the body as is comfortable. If you have any pain or tightness in your shoulder, you may want to come out to a little wider arc like this. So lifting in the front, spiral at the top, press down and back. Just keep deep, steady breathing going. And let's change direction, spiral at the bottom, lift in the back, press down in the front, and spiral at the bottom. Articulation all the way through the shoulder joint. And let's take it over to the other side. So walk the other hand up into the hollow, lift in the front, spiral at the top, press down and back. One more lift in the front. And then let's change directions. Spiral the hand at the bottom, lifting in the back, pressing down in the front. And let's relax the hands down to the waist and begin swiveling the hips, turning through the waist. You can go either direction. We'll go both ways. And no step outs today, so we'll omit the spiraling of the ankle, but we will get the knees. Yeah, let's turn those hip circles around. Work our way through the 5 elements today. And earth, fire, wood, water, metal. One form for each. Very simple movements today, very slow, gentle movements. And then between each one, we'll just come back to our Wu-Ji neutral position. Dip down just a little bit and hold that position for a few breaths. All right, let's put our feet together. Slide your hands down to your knees and then circle those knees. Either direction is fine. We will go both ways. And let's turn that around the other direction. And then relax back up to vertical. Take the feet out to about shoulder width. And let's warm up the body just a little bit. Knocking on the door of life. I must have said something that intrigued my device over here because my little Amazon device started talking to me. So gentle tap, lower belly and lower back. Kind of get the body temp up just a little bit. And then let's let the hands float off the body. And come to rest. And then let's connect to the breath a bit. Breathing in, lift. Little pause at the top as the hand turns over. Breathing out, let the hand melt down. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Breathing in as we lift. Breathing out as the hand descends. And then just let it float all the way to the side. And let's adjust our feet so they're about hips width apart. Put a little space under the arms, knees soft, shoulders dropped. Tuck your tailbone under just a little bit, almost like you're about to sit down and then you changed your mind. Tuck the chin back in a little bit and envision a string pulling up on the crown of your head, keeping your spine nice and straight. This is our Wuji position. We'll return to this between each form. And you can close your eyes. And we're just going to take 3 or 4 breaths here in Wuji. Our first form is for the earth element. The earth element relates to the stomach and the spleen. Those two, not just the organs, but their meridians. And it's a variation on a move we know pretty well, sometimes called rise and fall, sometimes called open the flow or open the door. So breathing in, let the arms rise just a little bit higher than we normally do. And as we breathe out, let the body sink down, let the hands just come slightly past the body. Inhaling up. Long exhale as everything just melts on down. Let your whole body melt down. Just let everything get heavy at the top. You can think of it as the elbows leading everything down. And then letting your whole body melt down as you reach the end of that breath out. Let's take one more. And then this time as the hands float down, just let them come back to the sides, returning to our Wuji position. Close your eyes and we'll take a few breaths. Let your eyes drift back open. Our next form is for the element of fire, related to the heart and small intestine. Arms float up on the sides as we inhale. As we exhale, arms come back in front, crossing over, resting on the shoulders as we dip down. Inhale, expand. Breathing out. Pull everything back in, arms cross and come to rest on the shoulders. Let the body just dip down. Not a sit, not a squat, just a little bit of a melting down. And let's take one more. Opening up wide. Exhaling, bringing everything in. And then opening up and releasing back down to Wuji. And let your eyes drift closed. I'll go a few extra breaths this time, lengthening our pause between each form. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale that breath, go ahead and open your eyes. Moving on to wood. Hands float up in front, palms facing each other all the way overhead. And we begin to sway. Like a tree in the breeze. Wood, the element of spring. Last couple days I felt a little bit summerish, but today we're back down to gray and wet and a little cooler. Been very dry here for the last month, so we've actually had some fire problems in the state. So the rain will do us good. Also notice the grass greening up nicely. No pattern to the breathing here, just breathe deeply. If it helps, you can breathe in as you come across in one direction, breathe out as you return, but not needed. And a couple more times over and back. And we'll finish up in the center. And then release back down into Wuji. Again, let the eyes go closed. Just settle into your Wuji posture. Focus on the breath. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your eyes come back open. Moving on to water. The hands float up again, the palms facing each other. At the top, turn the palms in toward the body and visualize the rain coming down over you. Very easy to do today. Hands float back up, palms turn in. Let the rain wash down. Breathing in as the hands rise. Nice long exhale as the hands float down. We don't do a lot with visualization, but this is a nice one to let your hands float up, turn the palms in, and then close your eyes and just picture the rain coming down. Water, the element of winter, which at this point we're hoping is in our rearview mirror for now. And let's take it up one more time. Let the hands float down and just spread out and release down to your sides, back to Wuji. Close your eyes. Our final pause in Wuji before we finish up with the metal element. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, open your eyes. This time, hands float up in front. Hands come in just a little bit. And then as you press the palms forward, dip the body down. Inhale, draw the hands back. Exhale, press the palms forward, dip the body. One last time, withdraw. Exhale, press forward. Release out to the sides. Let the hands float down. And this time, instead of stopping at the sides, bring them all the way in. Hand over hand, over the lower belly, over the lower dantian. Put your thumb in your belly button and let your hands rest below it. Toe heel your feet in just a little bit so we're a little closer together. And close your eyes, and we'll finish just breathing here, centering our energy. And you're always welcome to hang out in this standing meditation for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to finish up your practice, take one last big breath in. And on the exhale, open your eyes, release the hands, give everything a little shake out at the bottom. Thanks for joining me this morning. That was 5 ways to harmonize the 5 elements. Tomorrow, we're going to tee up another real gentle one, the 10 mindful movements from Plum Village, which we haven't done for a while. It's been probably 5-6 weeks since we've done that one. So we'll tee that one up for Friday. Have a great day today. Hope to see you tomorrow. Namaste.